Alrighty guys, so I found this piece of wood at my dad's house. He's got a whole bunch of wood and I just kind of dug through a pile, found this piece of wood here. Some of you might notice my new desk setup. I finally built a downdraft table. Anyways, so what I want to do, let's see, we're going to carve like a chunk out of the bark here. Something like that, you know, and then we're going to do a wood spirit. Okay? So I shall get you guys thrown up here in this fancy holder. And let's get to carving. So real quick here, I just kind of, just marked off a rough idea of how I want this bark removed. We're just going to remove a section. We're not going to take all the bark off because I want the face to look like it's coming out of the tree, right? So we're going to take all this bark off. To do that, we're going to use the Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr. So we'll go ahead, we'll get this chucked up, and we will remove as much of this section of bark as we can. Okay? Okay guys, so you can see this is going to take a while. I'm also going to put my mask on because it's throwing a lot of dust up, so you won't be able to hear me talk. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this sanded out, or not sanded out, but get this bark removed, and then I'll get back with you guys. We'll draw a face on and we'll go from there, okay? Alrighty guys, I've got this somewhat how I want it. I'm going to take some sandpaper and kind of smooth this out a little bit. You can see it's a pretty dirty job, guys. With this table, let's see what happens when I step on the pedal. Yeah, I need to mess with this little table set up a little bit and figure it out. We'll get it figured out. But anyways, we're going to take some sandpaper real quick and just kind of smooth this out a little bit. And then we will draw a face on and we'll go from there. Okay guys, I got the little drum sander on. We're just going to go ahead and smooth this out. Okay guys, that's good enough for right now. Let's go ahead and clean out some of these little holes here so this table will work better. I think I might have to drill these holes a little bit better. I've never built a downdraft table, and I didn't follow any plans or anything like that. I just boxed in the thing and hooked the vacuum to it and called it a day. Filled some holes, you know, but we'll get it figured out. It's not a big deal. So anyways, now we've got a good workplace. Like always, we will find center line. And then start with your nose. Try to make it the same on both sides if you can. Something like that. And that's where his eyebrows will be. Okay. And mustache, which will just kind of end into the wood here. And his lip. The rest we'll add as we go. So we're going to start carving now. We're going to switch back over to the flame burr, and we're going to go ahead and carve this face in. Okay guys, so we're going to do something a little bit different this time. We'll just do a voiceover. I figure, instead of playing the boring royalty-free music, I'll actually talk to you guys and interact with you a little bit through video. Right here you can see I'm carving the nose in. So it's a good place to start when you're doing a wood spirit. You always want to carve in the nose, and like the bridge of the mustache, like where the nose and the mustache meet, should be one of your deepest points. That helps make the nose pop. Once again, I'm filming this, or this section is at 2 times the speed. So I know it looks fast, but I'm not really carving that fast. Anyways, so you just want to make sure you carve in that nose really deep. You want that nose to pop out. You'll see later in the video, I didn't actually carve in deep enough. I had to go back and carve it again. So don't be afraid to carve deep. I mean, the deeper you carve, the better it looks anyways, in my opinion. So you can see here I'm doing the bottom of the nose where it meets the mustache, and you want this to be the same depth. This cut needs to be the same depth as the sides of the nose. You don't want it coming out like, it's hard to explain, but you just want it to be the same depth, so it doesn't look like your lip is coming to a point at your nose, right? Your lip is below your nose, same depth as like the side of your nose, right? If you understand what I'm saying. Let's see, what am I doing here? It looks like I'm feathering, so we're just feathering away the cut lines, kind of smoothing it. You can see I'm going a little deeper there with the mustache and underneath. Never be afraid to go deep. Like I said, this is a big log, so I can go pretty deep without worrying about popping through the other side, or, So right there, I just smacked it to get the dust out so I can see what the heck I'm doing. So here I'm feathering the mustache down a little bit. Trying to get rid of this fibery, weird wood that's underneath the bark. I think it was like the second layer of bark, inner layer or something. So we're just feathering away the cuts. Right here we're starting to get the eyebrows ready. Okay guys, obviously these holes in this table are not big enough. It's just getting clogged up for a while. Anyways, we're gonna brush him off because he's full of dust, so we can kind of see where we're at. I'm not sure what kind of wood this is, but it's really fibrous. Just keeps throwing stuff everywhere. Alright, so we'll keep carving on him. We're going to get his eyebrows done and start working on the mouth, and we'll get it all figured out. Alrighty guys, so this one is going super fast, so I might actually have a hard time keeping up with it to tell you what the heck's going on. This is at 4 times the speed because this is a longer clip. So in this one you can see right now I'm carving the lip in, and then I'm going to start carving in the mouth, drilling in kind of deep. You got to be careful when you do this, guys. You can break your flex shaft cable. The inner cable can snap if you're not careful, so just be real careful. Don't go jamming it in there at full speed because it may break. So here we go, we're feathering down the mustache a little bit, and there I say going in deeper, right? Always, like I said earlier, don't be afraid to carve deep. And we're feathering out what's going to be his face, so it's just not a huge step from the mustache or the nose up to the face, right? We want it, cheeks are lower than your nose, so we're kind of feathering it down. Doing the same thing on this side, just feathering it all down. Wow, it's really hard to keep up with what's going on here. Just feathering away. Trying to get rid of all that, the brownish wood, like the last layer of bark, I guess. There we go, carving that mustache and nose in deeper. Apologize for the noise in the back. My wife's in the house watching TV, and we got thin walls, so you can hear the TV. Alright, so just going over the mustache, bringing it down a little bit. Going along the lower lip line there. It's kind of hard to see. There we go. Now you can see better. So yeah, just keep going deeper. Don't be afraid to carve deep, guys. You can kind of see the face starting to take shape a little bit now. Things are kind of falling into place. It kind of makes more sense as we go along. What the heck's going on? So we're just feathering away our cut lines, guys, smoothing everything out, going deeper, just over and over and over again. Yep. Okay, guys, so we're starting to make some progress finally. Had to get through all that fibrous, stringy stuff. I guess the bark went down a lot further than I thought. Anyways, you can see we got his face basically carved out. He's got his little mouth, his lip right here, mustache, nose. So what we're going to do now, we're going to figure out how we want to draw on the eyes. We're going to figure out some cheekbones here so that we can have the rest of it be beard, right? So eyes, cheekbone, we still got to feather this out. We're going to have to undercut here and bring the lip down a little bit. But yeah, so let's get this marker going. Let's see, eyes. You want your eyes to be somewhat the same. I mean, they don't have to be perfect. It's a wood spirit, Wood spirits are never really perfect, in my opinion. So there's his lip. I want to undercut that and bring his lip down a little bit. Undercut in here. And then as far as cheekbones, I like to come, a little bit down from the nose, kind of in between the nose and the mouth here, and throw on some cheeks, just like that. Now you do want his cheeks to be pretty even, or else he's going to look all crooked and funky. I also want to bring this mustache up more. Somewhere in there. So, anyways, you get a basic idea of what we're going to do here. And then afterwards, we'll go ahead and we'll carve in right here real deep. Kind of bring his forehead in. Okay. So, let's go ahead and bring the mustache up first. And then we'll work on the eyes. Alrighty, guys. So we're going to do... this one's at 4 times the speed like the last one was. I apologize, guys, for the longer video. But I really just wanted to do something a little different. And, kind of explain more what's going on. So here I'm carving the mouth in. And we're just kind of undercutting the mustache a little bit as well as we carve in. So, when your mustache hangs over your lip, it's not the same level with your lip. It sticks up a little further, right? So, kind of simulating an upper lip that way. Here we are carving in the cheekbones. And then we're going to feather out the beard a little bit right after we carve the cheekbones. You can see we feather it down. Also in the middle, you don't want that sticking up past the lip. And there we go, we're dropping the lip down a little bit. Now here we go, feathering the nose. And this is where I was talking about earlier, where I realized that I hadn't carved deep enough. I didn't take the bark that was still left on the face into consideration when I was carving the first, carving the nose down. So you can see how much comes off right here. And I realized right then and there that I'm going to have to go back and carve that in a little deeper. So here we are carving the eyes. And we're just getting the basic shape of the eyes done. And we're going to kind of smooth things out a little bit, feather it down. But anyways, I want to say thank you to everybody that watches my videos. I really appreciate you guys. You guys mean the world to me. So as you can see, the nose is looking pretty flat. It was like really fibrous, so I had to carve down a lot deeper than I was expecting. But that's okay, we can still fix it. So what we'll do, we're going to carve this whole face just deeper, and we will make that nose come out. So the mustache will come in like that, and then the nose will come out. Okay guys, we're going to do this one at 2 times the speed. Now here we are, we're going to go in deeper like I said. We're going to fix that nose, make it pop out more because it's too flat. So, you know, don't be scared to block it out first, get a basic idea of what you're going for, and then go ahead and carve in deeper afterwards if you need to. That's basically what I did here, by mistake anyways. Like I said, it was such a fibrous, like, underbark or whatever you want to call it. I know one of you guys got to know the correct term for that. Anyways, yeah, leave me a comment, let me know what it is if you know. But anyways, I didn't take that into account when I was carving it, so I didn't carve it as deep as I should have. So, no big deal, guys. You can always go back and fix your mistakes. You can always take away more wood, but you can't put it back, right? I mean, I guess you could if you wood glued it, but that's a whole nother story. So anyways, here we are dropping the mustache down. And you see, bam, I hit some more fibery stuff. So, I kept running into that throughout this whole carve. Had a little bit of difficulties, but we just worked right through it. No big deal. Right here we're feathering down the cheeks because we brought the mustache deeper. We had to fix that line again, get rid of the cut line, just kind of round it out, smooth it out. Now we're going to bring the bridge of the nose back and try to make that nose pop out a little bit so we can get an idea if we need to carve deeper or if it works. Always undercut the nose as well. When you when you take the sides down, you want to bring the underside down as well. And I brought the mustache up, carving the mouth a little bit. So you see, carving in deeper kind of brought the nose out more, right? It's starting to almost look like a nose. I still think we need to go a little bit deeper, and then bring the bridge back a little bit. Not a huge deal, but we're gonna wait on that for a little bit. We're gonna do the eyes right now and focus on the top portion of the head, and then we will work on the nose a little bit more. We'll see if we even need to drop it down more. We might just be able to shape it and make it look okay. So let's work on the eyes, and then we're going to figure out some well, let's draw on the eyebrows first. Let's see. We have some big old eyebrows. Something like that, guys. So, like I said, we're gonna work on the eyes real quick. Getting some pupils there. Okay. And then we'll figure it out from there. I have this little thing here. It's like a little stone, but it's got this dome kind of cut out. I was thinking maybe that might be cool for the eyeballs. So, you know what, let's go ahead and switch over real quick. We'll try that, see if it works. If not, then we'll figure something else out. But you never know if you don't try. So let's get this hooked up in there. Well, I thought I was recording. Anyways, I just took this and just kind of went like that. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and shape these eyes up now and see how these pupils turn out. We can always fix it if we don't like it. It's not a big deal. So we'll switch back over to the flame burr, and we're just going to work those eyes and see what we can come up with. Now, don't be scared to try new things, guys, because every carving I do, I try something different, and if it doesn't work, I just make it work. So don't be scared to try something new. Don't be afraid of failure. Just try. And if you don't like the way it turns out, well, hey, you know, it was a learning process, right? So anyways, let's finish these eyes up. Alrighty, guys, we're going 2 times the speed here. We're going to work on these eyes for a minute here and see what we can do. So we're just trying to round it out a little bit, you know, kind of make it look almost like picture like a golf ball, I guess, and then kind of stretch it a little bit. That's kind of what I was going for. Anyways, we're just bringing it down, trying to make it look more like an eyeball. I always struggle with the eyes, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not very good at the eyes at all. But I always somehow kind of make it work at the end. By no means am I the best carver in the world. I'm not a professional, that's for sure. I just like to have fun. That's all that really matters. Yeah, you don't have fun with it, even if you were a professional but you weren't having fun, what's the point? So anyways, here we go. We're going to round that forehead down a little bit, kind of shape it. Oh, kind of off screen there. I do that a lot, sorry guys. All we did was bring the bridge of the nose kind of more to a point towards the top. And we're getting in there, kind of shaping that eye a little bit better. I think in the future, if I use that thing for the pupils, I'll do it after I shape the eyes. Because, I don't know, it just kind of threw me off. I wasn't a big fan of it. I might try it again. Maybe not go so deep with it. And, like I said, do it after I do the eyes. Here we're going to kind of bring the eyebrows down a little bit and then start shaping them. So anyways, thank you guys again for watching. I do apologize for the long video, but we're doing something different. We're going to shake it off. Then we're going to bring the forehead in a little bit. There we go. Alrighty. Bob's your uncle. Sorry about that. My phone for some reason didn't record the last 30-40 seconds. Anyways, all you really missed was me kind of rounding the forehead and kind of shaping the eyebrows a little bit. It wasn't a big deal before I realized I wasn't recording. So anyways, I want to switch over to one of these little aluminum cutters. We're going to go ahead and start cutting in some hairs here and then add some details. I'm not sold on the eyes yet. We might change those. We'll see. But anyways, I'm going to throw you guys back up in the holder and we'll just keep going on this dude. Alright guys, let's throw some hairs in this mustache. Here we're going to use just the edge of that aluminum burr and just make kind of short, quick strokes with it. You know, some of them go straight down and then some of them you want to go kind of out towards the edges. And that's basically it, really. And, you know, kind of vary the depth of each cut. So, you know, some are kind of shallow, some you want to cut a little deeper, and that way it kind of gives the effect of like the hairs layering each other. So it's not, every stroke's not exactly the same, right? So you see I'm doing some short ones, some long ones, some off to the side, some straight down. Yeah. In the end, it just looks more realistic as far as hair. So yeah, just go ahead and do the whole mustache. That's what we're going to do here. Pull off some of that fibery crap. That stuff is so annoying. And we're going to bring that mustache all the way down and kind of try to get it to look like it's almost going under the bark. So I'll undercut it and then we'll go under later. Do the other side, same way. We're just quick short strokes. Vary your depth. Kind of change the directions here and there so it looks like hair. I think the mustache and the beard, in my opinion, is what really makes the piece as far as carving a wood spirit. You know, the texture and the hairs. That's what I like to see. I don't know what the heck's going on with this camera, but it's not recording for some reason. It keeps cutting in and out. So I don't even know where I left off. This is irritating. Anyways, I I've gone ahead and did his mustache hairs, I did his beard hairs, I did his eyebrow hairs. I shaped his nose a little bit. I'm not sure where we left off, so I don't know what you guys have seen. Alright guys, so I figured out the issue. I had too much crap on my phone. I had to delete a bunch of stuff. So hopefully now we'll have no more interruptions, and I apologize again for anything you guys missed out on. I'm not even sure what, once I edit the video I'll see, but right now I don't know. But anyways, you can see his face is coming along pretty good. Once again, I'm sorry you guys missed the carving of the hairs and the mustache. But I have other videos on that, so you can go back and see how it's done if you don't already know. So anyways, what we're going to do right now, we're just going to switch over to this drum sander again. And we're going to smooth out his forehead. So, and also this fuzziness on his nose, we'll smooth that out a little bit too. So, let's throw you guys back up in the holder. Hopefully everything works this time and we can get this thing done. Okay guys, so we're getting close to finishing. Apologize again for the long video. So right here we're just going to sand. Yeah, this is everybody's favorite part of carving, is sanding, right? But it does make it look a lot better. So sanding is important. It also helps kind of, not only just smooth out the texture in the wood, the roughness, but also kind of gets rid of some of them like the hard cut lines, and rounds everything out, makes it look more realistic. So that's what we're doing. We're just going to sand away. We're going to bring the eyebrows down a little bit. We're going to sand the face down. We're going to fix the nose, kind of round it, sand it up. Same with the cheeks. Get rid of those cut lines, make them rounded into the beard. Yep, that's pretty much it. Just going to sand. So I like to use this drum sander. I also use this little flap sander thingy that Jordy showed us how to make over there at Carving Fusion. You guys check him out if you want. His video is pretty cool. But yeah, so I mean, this is what we do. We just sand away. I'm not really sure what to say in these voiceovers. It's something new, but hey, it's kind of fun. It's better than the music. You guys get to listen to me flap my gums for a while. Here we go, sanding out that nose, rounding it, smoothing it, making it look more like a nose. Okay guys, so we switch back over to this little aluminum burr. We're going to throw some hairs up in the eyebrows. We're going to do some hairs on his head as well. He needs some kind of hair. And then we also got to throw in some nostrils. And then maybe we'll mess with the eyes a little bit more. So let's keep going. Alright guys, if you made it this far in the video, it's time for a joke. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. Alright guys, so we're going to carve in some eyebrows here. Same thing with a mustache. You just want to bury your depths and, the angle of your hairs, kind of overlap them. And you also want to undercut the eye, so kind of looks like the eyebrows over the eyeball. Eyebrow over the eyeball. Yeah, I think I said it right. We're just shaping that eyeball a little bit in there. Like I said, I'm not the greatest at eyes, but I practice, and eventually I'll get it right. So also I have this aluminum burr on. I'm going along where the face meets the bark, and I'm going to cut in. I'm going to do it all the way around. Gives more of the illusion of the face coming out of the tree. And then we're going to cut some hairs in too. The better way to do these hairs would have been to leave a little bit of a section higher on the forehead and then carve it in. But my original plan was not to throw hairs in this dude's head. It just kind of happened. So here we are, carving in deeper all along where the face meets the bark. Kind of giving it that illusion of it popping out, almost coming to life, in my opinion. That's what it looks like. What are we doing now? Wiping his face. Smacking him on the head. Good baby. He needed to burp. That's all. Stand up. Alright. Time for fire. Now, guys, I don't want to burn him too much. We're not going to go crazy here. I do want to burn his eyes pretty good. Inside his mouth. One thing I did forget was I to carve nostrils. That's alright. We're just going to burn them up pretty good here. Like a light shoshugiban. I do want to burn inside that mouth, like I said, pretty good, so. Alright. I'm going to run inside and grab my squirt bottle. We're going to spray this dude. I should have brought that out beforehand, but I didn't because I'm a moron. We're going to squirt him, spray him off. I need to do some nostrils on him. Alright. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and give him some nostrils real quick. And then we'll take a wire brush and clean them all up. Okay, quick little nostrils. I'm going to go ahead and burn the nostrils really good. Get his mouth better. Okay, it's wire wheel time, guys. Wheel here. We're going to set the Dremel speed down to about 4. And we're just going to go over his whole face and just knock off all the burnt stuff. Okay, guys, so the more you go over the face with the brush, the better it looks. It brings out the grain patterns. Like the hardwood will stay dark, and the softer wood will lighten up. So the more you go over it, the better it'll look. In my opinion, I didn't go over it enough in this video, but hey, what you gonna do? Next time I will. But anyways, so yeah, just take your time, guys. Go over it. You know, lighten it up. I think it looks better when you do it that way. But this way turned out okay as well. So we're just kind of going along and cleaning it up. Hitting it with that wire wheel. Now, you don't want this thing flying, because it sucks when the wire wheel bristles fly off and hit you in the face. Even with safety glasses on, it still hurts. So here I actually took the hand brush and just kind of lightly wiped it off a little bit, and then we go from there, you know. Shoshugiban. Done now. We're just going to go ahead and hit them with mineral oil. And, of course, I don't have a paper towel out here, so I will be right back. I'm back. We're going to go ahead and give this guy a mineral oil bath. sure I used, you know, more than necessary, but that's alright. It's pretty cheap. You always buy more. Alright, and we can even throw a little bit of oil on the bark, it's okay. Okay, and now we will wipe it off, and that's it, guys. So I gotta be honest with you, this one was kind of a pain in the butt to carve. There was a lot of really fibrous pieces, but overall, I think he turned out alright. You can see he's kind of coming out of the wood. Look at his eyes are all crazy-eyed. I guess I could have made his nose stick out a little bit further, but it's okay. So anyways, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making this crazy dude. And I look forward to catching you guys in the next one. Keep carving, everybody. We'll see you next time.